So I am back. I have not made a video in a super long time, like a month, weeks. A lot has happened. I have finally launched like a huge thing that went super viral that has tons and tons of users. I've made real money. A lot has happened. Things are looking very different these days. So let's jump into it. I was talking to someone about this the other day, uh, and they said, wait, didn't you say that this always happens? Like at the 11th hour, you somehow make things work, and it just like works out for you in the end. And I was like, oh yeah, that happened here again. When I was in California, like last year, uh, I was like totally out of money. I was super broke. I was stressing the fuck out, and my mom. I was living with my mom, and at 40 years old, this is rough shit. I just turned 40. Well, no, I was turning 40. This is really rough. And my mom was like, why are you stressing? Well, I don't know why you always do this. You always stress out. She's like, I've never known anyone in all of my life that just like somehow makes things work at the end. Like it always works out for you. It's just the weirdest thing. I don't know how you do it. And I think it's kind of one of those situations again where suddenly at the 11th hour, I kind of made this all work. So what the hell is going on? So uh, I am trying to do something totally crazy. I'm trying to speed run a career pivot. I've been a software engineer for a really long time. I don't want to be a Jira ticket monkey, like coding monkey. I just feel like I'm a really creative person who doesn't get to do creative work or get paid for it. And I'm trying to do a career pivot and speed run the process of going from like zero audience to an online creator who's like famous, well known, makes money and makes all these crazy things, gets all these clicks and gets a lot of attention. I'm trying to speed run that in like 6 months. It's fucking nuts. And the weirdest thing and kind of the most shocking thing is I'm actually pulling this off. This is the crazy part. So I am now on week 22. So I'm doing this experiment. I'm launching 25 projects in 25 weeks. And I'm going to show you Project 20. It went super viral. I got a lot of press. I was in the news. It blew the fuck up. And I have tons and tons of traffic, tons and tons of users. It's been a wild ride. I made money. Like I'm trying to make more money. It's just exploded. So let's get into how the hell I built Channel Surfer. So a very famous online creator that I look up to, and I'm trying to like be as successful as him, but do it my own way with my own vibe and my own weird style. This guy right here, Neil, he has a very, very famous website, neil.fun. He is like almost like a goated online creator, super famous. Everything he makes is like turns to gold. He has the Midas touch. He is like a fantastic, amazing online creator. This is kind of who I point to when I try to explain what I'm trying to do. Like this guy, he says it took him like 5 years to like make money and be like an official, like full time online creator. He claims 5 years. I think it was a little less. I'm trying to do this in 6 months. So this is really quite ambitious and reckless. I don't know. So what am I doing? Here's his website, by the way, and I have a website that I like shamefully copied. I'm not going to fucking lie, but I just added these because I'm like, fuck this, let's go. So I have been building. I actually built the project right before I started my challenge just to make it even harder. But I'm trying to do 25 projects in 25 weeks. And I actually launched this one like 2 weeks before the challenge, which is stupid. I wish that was project number one. I kind of fucked up on that. And here are all the things I've built in the last 25 weeks, 23 weeks. I just launched this today, but this is the one that mega blew up. So how the hell did I do this? So first of all, I have like this is all very strategic. I'm super super like hardcore focused on making this work. I don't just like willy-nilly build shit and hope for the best. Like I'm highly highly strategic. I do this by like number one, I do not have a full-time job. I've turned down a lot of freelance work. I've actually turned down work. People are like, you're crazy. Like all these people are getting laid off. All these software engineers are looking for work. You're turning it down to just make an onion. Uh, this is last week's project. Yes, because I need to focus 100% of my energy, and I have worked so hard. I've locked myself in my apartment. I've worked like, no joke, I've had many 16-hour days. I've worked easily 8 to 16 hours a day, like 7 days a week for like 25 weeks straight, basically. Because I started the challenge a few weeks before, and even before that. So it's been it's been over 6 months of grinding hard. So how I do this is I build the thing, I ship it, and I try to spend at least about one full day of my time doing marketing stuff. So like, what is that? I work usually 6 days a week, 1 day out of 6. You get the math. I'm methodical. I'm like really, really focused. I've really tried to work all the platforms and figure out like, how do you get popular? How do you resonate? How do you like change your tone? And I've been trying to figure out what works on all the platforms, with Hacker News, on Reddit, on Threads, on X, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. I've grinded like hell. I've been going viral more and more often on, of all things, Threads. And I've converted people to Threads, which is really amazing. Somebody I know who does a podcast here in London, they were talking about this, how people are now starting to figure out that Threads really, really works. It's in that like brand new zone where it amplifies people really easily. So I've been working Threads a lot and figuring out what works, what doesn't, the messaging. And I posted a post for Channel Surfer, and I just I said a funny thing like, hey, now you can watch cable TV like a boomer in the 2000s or something like that. And this thread went through the fucking roof. It immediately gained traction and had tons and tons of comments, retweets, or whatever you call it, reposts, and it went like viral on Threads. And then I saw one influencer YouTuber from back in the day I used to watch, like a long time ago. She's my age. I saw her comment on it, and I went, "What the fuck?" Like, she's like kind of famous. Like, that's weird that she commented on this, because I know her from like way back in the day. I've watched her. I don't know her personally, but I knew of her, and I was like, she's kind of a big tech influencer. Like, that's interesting that she just commented. People are resonating with this thing, and this thing went through the roof. First, The Verge picked it up. So if you're not familiar with The Verge, that is a tech website. So first, this got picked up and was on the homepage of The Verge, and I was like, holy shit. I started posting it in some communities like, whoa, guys, like, look what just happened. Immediately, people started following me on Twitter, on X. And then I got someone DM'd me on X, and it was a TechCrunch reporter. And they were like, hey, can we interview you about this? And I went, oh my God, I was on the homepage. It was like a top story for like a couple days. And it was so funny. My mom, of all people, put this like very, very well. I was like, that is such a good analogy, Mom. You just crushed it with that analogy. She was like, I get it. Her ex-husband was a software engineer, like really senior software engineer from Silicon Valley. She gets it. She's like, I get it. This is like a model being in vogue. And I was like, you're absolutely right. This is like a model getting into vogue. And like, you've kind of made it. Like, I had a TechCrunch article about me. I'll put a link in the description, but like, it's straight up an article about me, y'all. It's pretty wild. So after that, this thing took off. Like, this just went to the stratosphere. It got picked up by CNET, all the other big media outlets, and then someone else put it on Hacker News. And so the moderator from Hacker News messaged me and said, like, emailed me and said, hey, we saw your post, got no traction. We're gonna swap it out for this post that's like on the front page. We're going to swap this out for yours. And this thing went like through the stratosphere. Like, I had like, the first day I launched this, I had 10,000 viewers. The second day I had like 20,000. The next day, when it went on Hacker News, I had like almost 40,000 people on that just day, and it's been like out of control since then. I had a sponsor. I made some money finally on all of this crazy stuff. So I don't know how, but I managed to make this work. I am like speed running, and now people suddenly know who I am. I'm on people's radar. a really famous founder who has a podcast. Just they sent me a link. I'm like, we talked about you on the podcast and we showed off your thing. So like suddenly there is crazy traction. I don't know how, but I've pulled this. I'm pulling it off. I haven't pulled it off. There's still so much work to do, but I have like become like a kind of known creator in like 6 months. This is fucking crazy. So what the hell is Channel Surfer? If you have not seen Channel Surfer, it is a retro TV guide for YouTube. So, I mean, there's like hundreds of people on the page at all time. I get millions of notifications because I added a party channel that shows real live messages. These are like actually from right now too, some of them. So basically this is a guide where you can channel surf through YouTube. Okay. So I have curated all of this. I've spent a lot of time on that actually. So I made like dedicated channels and then I pulled in other various YouTube channels to show. How this works is like this is an official embed. Like you could click and you go to the channel, the video. This is just an embedded YouTube video. So like you click here, you can go to the channel, you can go to the YouTube video. This is just an embedded player. Like it still shows the ads. If you're signed in and if you have premium, it'll skip the ads for you. Like this is not interfering. This is not like taking their content. This is just showing a YouTube video on the page. They haven't done anything yet, so I haven't heard anything from YouTube, so I'm assuming all is okay, but no news is good news kind of thing. But yeah, this is super, super resonated with people. I had someone from a very famous person's creative team reach out to me and get me on the phone because they were building something similar. I didn't even know who this famous person was. I'm kind of out of the loop. I don't live in the US. Like, I mean, this thing just like extreme. This is exactly what I'm trying to do. Like, this is all very intentional. This is not. It's an accident. Like, it took luck, but I'm also like very strategically trying to do this. I'm trying to get attention. I'm trying to build things people want, fun things like people want to come back and use. I'm really like strategically trying to do all this. This is not just, oh, I built like this cool thing and it went viral on accident. I didn't know this was going to go so viral, but like my intention is to speed run this like 0 to audience. Having a bunch of subscribers to my newsletter, I am very much trying to do that. So big news. If you've not checked out Channel Surfer, do it. It's a fun time. There's loads of people in that chat all day, like 24 hours a day. I get a notification for every single one. So if someone says something really sketchy and it gets past the auto bod, like I could go deal with it. It's 24/7, that channel. I love it. I use it. I kind of even built this just for myself. Like I was like, I think other people would like this. So what do you think? What do you think of Channel Surfer? Let me know in the comments. Should I continue to do this channel? I kind of abandoned this because I wasn't going anywhere, but now that I have so much traction, maybe I should. One thing I will note, which is kind of funny, I got people to see 2 of my projects in one. When you land on the page for the first time, you land on Lo-Fi Car. And that is one of my previous projects where I built that car. That's at loficar.com. You can go push all the buttons and actually like control that thing a little bit. Everything has all the buttons are really responsive and actually do something. I show this with like, I recorded these videos where the car just drives and you listen to the radio and you listen to like a lo-fi radio station. This is the most popular channel. This is the most watched thing. So I'm kind of secretly showing 2 things to one. And this channel, because of how popular this has been and so many people stuck around and watch, that official like random daily URLs channel is way more popular than this channel. Is way more popular than I am here doing these videos. So it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny how we secretly like got people to see 2 of my creations in one. And this has resonated with people, like even this thing. So I actually think maybe this was so successful because I brought people on this. It was so like chill and like vibey and it's such a vibe. And I kind of like pull you into my world right when you land on the page. Because this is like my little world I'm creating. I want you to go play around in it. Uh, and I have upcoming projects that all kind of tie things together a little bit. So it's very meta, especially next week. So stay tuned. These things, the worlds kind of collide in a weird way. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, that's all I got. I don't know if I'm going to keep making these videos or how often. It depends on the response here. But till next time.